with and talk about the Cleveland Browns, a team that hasn't reached the playoffs in over a decade. Out went Mike Pettin, in came Hugh Jackson. One of their biggest question marks last year, Johnny Manziel, he's out of the picture now. And that's where Robert Griffin III came into the picture. He's expected to compete with the other 4 QBs on the roster for the starting job. Over under 4.5 wins. Ready?
Over, because Johnny Manziel's not there anymore. That's automatically worth 2 wins, because that distraction is not there, number one. Number two, Hugh Jackson can coach. The 1 year as a head coach of the Oakland Raiders, I thought he got a raw deal by being fired. Hugh Jackson was the Frank Vogel of the Oakland Raiders. What happened with him in the Indiana Pacers, because the Raiders were on the right path and they decided they wanted to get somebody better, and it finally took them years later to get a Jack Del Rio. Hugh Jackson understands how to get the best out of players, and you know he wants to show people that the Oakland Raiders made a mistake. Based on, they're not a playoff team. There's a couple of years from that. They still have a lot of holes there. But I can see them getting to 5-6 wins. I'll take the over on Cleveland.
I'm with Freddie. I'm going over. Hugh Jackson, 8-8 with the Raiders when they were like, ugh, the Raiders. They were 8-8 that season. He's been great with quarterbacks, whether it was Joe Flacco as an assistant, Andy Dalton as an assistant. He's handled quarterbacks really well. Even Matt Ryan. He was an assistant with Matt Ryan early in his career, too, when Matt was just coming into the league. So, Hugh Jackson, I love the analytics. I love Sashi Brown. I love Paul DePodesta. I think it's a great move because you know what? Whatever else they've been doing for the last 30, 40 years hasn't worked. You might as well go, as Will said, if somebody zigs, go zag. You know what I mean? And I like that part of it. I also think that Cody Kessler eventually will be the guy there. I do think that Hugh Jackson could be the potential guy to fix RG3. If he doesn't fix RG3 could be in trouble. But I like Cody Kessler in the long term. That kid played at USC, he had tons of turnover, tons of turmoil and chaos there, so he was able to succeed in those situations. I like him as the long-term quarterback there, so I do like the Browns. I like it over, and I like their long-term future as well.
There's groupthink going on. I'll agree, and we all agree on the promise and hope of the Browns, which is just a dangerous place.
That's so weird.
I think over 2, there's just this sort of breath of fresh air. Perhaps it's no more Johnny Manziel, and perhaps it's analytics that's just kind of blowing through Cleveland right now, but I like it. I think Hugh Jackson can coach as well. I think this is a team, that list of players you put up a minute ago, I mean, that alone, how many new faces are going to be in that locker room? I don't know, there's something hopeful about Cleveland right now.
That's a great point.
I hope we do this show again, because I want to record this, and we are going to record it and then play it again.
Predicting the Browns go over, get 5.
4.5, yeah.
I don't
Riskiest thing we've done all day.
I can see them getting 7.
Well, so you guys both talked about the Raiders. Let's talk about them.